Hi everybody, so welcome back to another week of meals at the Family Seesaw. Tonight is Thursday, it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Caleb's had a Valentine's disco at school today, or this evening. I've been at an off-site meeting all day today. So we had our Valentine's meal out at the weekend when we went to see the Lego movie. We ate at one of our favourite restaurants after that, so that was our Valentine's meal. And so we're just having a really quick and simple supper tonight. Chicken goujons with baked potatoes, and I was going to cut up some salad, but I just couldn't be bothered really. I've had a long day, so I've just got some coleslaw with mine and some beetroot. I've had lots of fruits and veg today while I was away, so we had a catered lunch and ate lots of fruits and vegetables rather than the stodgy stuff for that, and I had fruit for breakfast, so not too worried that I haven't had much vegetables with my dinner. And sometimes you just want a bit of kind of good old-fashioned sort of semi-fast food. Caleb's got the same, but he's having some sweet corn with his. It's got the same 4 goujons and some ketchup as well. Tony's got the same, but he's got 2 jacket potatoes and he's got some of the hot and spicy chicken goujons. So that's our simple Thursday night Valentine's supper. Getting ready to head into another busy weekend for us. No football this weekend as it's the beginning of half term, but we have got a rugby festival on Sunday, which is an early start for us. We have to be at the rugby club at 9 o'clock, and it's an away game for a festival, so it's about an hour's drive. So yeah, we've got to get through Friday, and then we've got quite a busy weekend, and then it's into half term week. I am working, so Caleb spends the week with his childminder, but she doesn't work Friday, so I've got Friday off next week to spend the day with him, which we're both quite looking forward to. So off to enjoy our Valentine's supper, and we'll see you all again soon. Hi everybody, so it's Friday evening, and tonight we're having Filipino style sweet and sour chicken. This was done in the crock pot. Cooked a little bit longer than I'd hoped. Didn't get home quite as early as I'd hoped this evening. But anyway, it was chicken thighs, and I just coated them in a little bit of seasoned corn flour and just browned them in the pan, the 5 fillets. Put them in the crock pot with some diced red pepper and diced onion, and then made a sauce with a can of coconut milk, about 100 ml of the low salt soy sauce, about 100 ml of white wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I think that was it. Poured that all in, put in a few bay leaves, and then we're having it over just white rice. So it's similar to normal sweet and sour chicken, but it has more of a casserole-y type or stewy type of flavour to it. But it's definitely got the sweet and sour profile with the vinegar and the sugar and the soy sauce. And the coconut milk adds that underlying kind of depth of sweetness. And there's some garlic in it. That's the little grainy bits you can see. There is some chopped up garlic as well. So, yep, Friday night fake away supper is Filipino style sweet and sour chicken. Hi everybody, so it's Saturday evening, and we've got tonight one of our favourites, a really quick and easy supper. It's a 1-pot kind of speedy sausage fried rice. So all you do is take a pack of, we use chipolata sausages for this because you get more pieces of sausage that way. Chop them up quite finely, cook them in a pan for about 5 minutes in a little bit of oil, then add a little bit of chopped bacon. I think I've got 2 rashers of that bacon in there. And cook it together for a couple of minutes until the meat's all the way cooked through. While that's doing, in a separate skillet, just a tiny bit of oil, 2 beaten eggs poured in, swirled around to make a nice flat thin omelette. Cook it for about a minute on one side, flip it over, about 30 seconds on the other side, and then put it onto a cutting board, roll it up and slice it into little slices. The rice is 2 packages of the microwave rice. You can use whichever version of microwave rice you prefer. Heat them through, stir them back in with the sausage and the bacon, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, the sliced up egg, and mix it all together. Now, if I was making this just for me and Tony, this part would be in the other pan. So this is just a package of stir-fry vegetables that I've cooked through with a little bit of soy sauce on them. Just again a tiny bit of oil, but there are some things in the stir-fry mix that Caleb doesn't really like peppers, water chestnuts, things like that. So he will have some of the broccoli, some carrot and some of the baby corn on top of his, but Tony and I will then just mix it in, and we'll probably top ours with a little bit of sriracha as well. But it's a really quick dinner. So I got back from grocery shopping at 6:40 tonight. I have unpacked the groceries, made our grocery haul video, put everything away, and it is just 7:30 and dinner is ready. So it really doesn't take long to do at all. Lots of shortcuts on this one, but one of our favourite family suppers for Saturday night. Hey everybody, Sunday evening, something a bit different for our Sunday dinner this week. So we've got these pork steaks. They were cooked with some Chinese 5-spice on them and then just cooked in the pan. Caleb's just got his plain with mashed potato and steamed vegetables. And then the sauce that I've got on mine is, I heated a little bit of oil, cooked a chopped red onion cut into little thin wedges, cooked that for 2 or 3 minutes, and then added in some chopped apples, so red skin apples, skin and all. Cooked it for another about 3 or 4 minutes, so 5 to 6 minutes in total. Then to that I added a couple of tablespoons of red currant jelly, a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and about 200 mils of chicken stock. Brought it up to a boil, let it boil quite rapidly, so not a little simmer but boiling for about 10 minutes until it thickened up into kind of a sauce. And that's what I've got on the top of mine. So it's quite fruity, a bit sweet and soury, but goes really well with the 5-spice and the pork, and apples and pork always go well together. So I've got that in addition on mine, but still mashed potatoes and steamed vegetables. So just something a bit different for our Sunday dinner this week. We've had a busy rugby morning today, so despite Caleb's adventures earlier in the week with his broken tooth, he had a great morning of rugby, played really well. We had 4 separate games, one after the other, so it was quite a long morning. And then we've just really relaxed this afternoon. We haven't done very much. It's the start of half-term week. Caleb still has to get up early during half-term because he goes to his childminder. And so we've really just spent the afternoon relaxing, all of us. But now time to settle down for Sunday evening tea, and then it'll be Monday again. Hi everybody, so it's Monday evening and we've got a little bit of a fail tonight. So toad in the hole is one of those dishes that I've been making it for years, and I think with toad in the hole it's either amazing or disastrous, and there's not really anything in between. Always make it exactly the same way. 50% of the time it turns out beautifully, 50% of the time it turns out not beautifully. So that's what we ended up with tonight. So always do my toad in the hole with kind of pigs in blankets. So I wrap the sausage in bacon. Always cook the bacon and sausage through almost all the way before I add the batter. I always let the batter rest on the counter for a good hour or so before I use it. Always use either an enamel or a metal baking dish. And yet it doesn't always turn out well. So we've got that, we've got the Yorkshire. It's really crispy, if you see from my plate, really crispy around the edges, and a little bit stodgy in the middle, which I don't know, it doesn't always work out. That's the way it is with food, but I'm sure it still tastes fine. It just doesn't look the way I wanted it to. So we're having that with mashed potatoes and steamed vegetables and gravy. Tony's at the gym, so he'll get his when he gets back. And Caleb's had a great day today. What did you get today, Caleb?
Shall I go and get my mask?
No, we'll do the mask another day. But you've got a Spider-Man bodysuit.
Iron Spider.
Iron Spider. Wow. That looks pretty cool. What else did you have done today? Where did we go?
Oh yeah, to the dentist.
What happened at the dentist today?
Ow. My knee just clicked out, and we went to the dentist to get a moulded gum shield, and it was like the thing that moulded my teeth into the gum shield. It was like humongous and purple, and there was still stuff stuck around my mouth, and it didn't even fit in my mouth.
It looked quite funny, didn't it?
Yeah.
But they took a perfect mould of your teeth, and now they're going to make you a rugby gum shield that's perfect for you. Now you've had a broken tooth. So anyway, time for dinner. You ready?
Yeah.
Hi everybody, Tuesday evening. Had to think about that for a minute. And this plate of deliciousness, or tray of deliciousness, is a mac and cheese. So as you can probably tell if you've watched our Meals of the Week videos, we do like cheese in this house. I have to say I probably prefer cheese to chocolate. In fact, I definitely do prefer cheese to chocolate. If I had to give up one, I could easily give up chocolate, but I could not give up cheese. So macaroni cheese, homemade mac and cheese, is a real treat for us. I don't make it that often because I could literally eat most of this whole pan if I tried. But I do make it probably about once every couple of months. So I use regular macaroni for this. I make a white sauce, and I do a really simple white sauce. So a chef friend of mine a few years ago said, don't faff around melting the butter and then stirring in the flour. Just put your butter and flour, and I actually put a little bit of mustard powder as well, all in the pan at the same time. Stir it over a low heat while the butter melts. When the butter's melted and you've got kind of the paste, then cook it for about another minute to cook out the flouriness in it. And then you just gradually add your milk as you would normally. And once it thickens up, comes up to a bubble and thickens up, stir in a lot of cheese. And I use a really good mature cheddar for this. I don't, you want really good flavour, and you get that from the mature cheddar. And a bit of parmesan as well, just to add some extra flavour. Stir that into the macaroni along with a couple of chopped spring onions. Over the top here, I've layered some pancetta slices, and then I've sprinkled it with the rest of the cheese, so both cheddar and parmesan, and a few more pieces of spring onion. Pop it in the oven for about half an hour until the bacon or the pancetta on the top is crispy and the cheese on the top is bubbly. Just really one of our complete comfort food dishes. Tony will have, we've got some pork chops left from our Sunday dinner, and he's going to have those with his, because he does still like to have a meat portion on his plate, even with mac and cheese. I'm just going to have salad with mac and cheese, and then over here you can see Caleb's plate is already made up, ready for him to go, and he'll probably just have a bit of ketchup on the side of that. But yeah, a real comfort food dish for a Tuesday night. We're looking forward to it. Hi everybody, so it's Wednesday evening and we've got a simple pasta supper tonight. So this is some chicken, just diced up and cooked with some onions, a chopped red pepper and a chopped up courgette. Just cooked that until the chicken was cooked through, and then added a couple of tablespoons of Cajun seasoning into that. A tub of the spreadable cheese, so you could use the seriously strong, either the regular or the light, the small tub. Mix that in, a couple of handfuls of baby spinach and some chicken stock, and then put in pasta, enough for however many you're serving. So you're going to want about 200 mils of chicken stock per 2 servings of pasta. So I put in 400 to 500 mils of chicken stock, and then a few good handfuls of the pasta. And then just let it bubble away for about 15 minutes until the pasta's cooked through. And it's really quick and easy, can be on the table in about 25 minutes from start to finish. So quite a simple supper for midweek, but quite tasty. And this one's got lots of veggies in, so it enables me to get a few more veggies. I didn't have salad for lunch today. I had some leftovers from last night's macaroni cheese, so I haven't had much vegetables today. So this will up my intake for the day. But yep, simple Wednesday night supper. So thank you for joining us for another week of meals on the Family Seesaw, and we'll see you back here soon.